ci sono i raggi X, ci sono le particelle solari, ci sono chissà quante cose in questa stanza in questo momento che il nostro occhio non vede. Non vede, ma ci sono.
There are X-rays, there are the solar particles, there are many things in this room right now that our eyes does not see. You can see them, but there are anyway. Sure, these things can be measured by instruments, and there will be instruments that will not measure these things, but them that still exist. Therefore, it is useless to say what the pseudoscience says, that the phenomenon to exist there must be measurable and repeatable. Hence, the creation of the universe does not exist. According to science, the creation of the universe is a unique event. So, we don't exist. From this point of view, we can say that chance, fooled by itself, it will instead try to understand and discover a theory that explains as the aliens get here. We found that we have one. Is there a mathematical physics theory? We can also find in school books, but it is not taught because there is already the relativity of existence, so the science says. Why to find another explanation when there is already a classic one? It may seem a crazy spec, but I've heard a physicist belonging to the CCAP say it's not necessary to use the BOHM'S physics. If everything is already explained in the normal physics, but the normal physics does not explain many things which BOHM'S physics explains. Chapter 2: The physics of Bohm. Classic example may be a guy is in the car, as often happens in there someone together with him. For example, he is going somewhere with a friend. Then suddenly everything looks strangely. He can see not more. Cars around them and everything seems to be empty, where before there were many things moving around him. Other cars passes by, etc. Strange thing, and then he notices a glowing ball arriving, and since that moment he doesn't remember anything more, unless that suddenly very things is moving again. The chain starts with the car moving again, and things around also. Be careful to these things because there is something strange again. These things cannot be explained scientifically, and science says this is all nonsense and that it cannot be a real situation. But instead we found an interpretation that explains everything well with the physics of Bohm. Bohm say that space, time and energy does not exist and the universe actually is not local. This means there is no here and there, but the universe exists in a single space-time, in a small point where there are no distance and no running time. Everything happens in a single instance. Bohm also say that an universe with this structure also has the physical characteristic of an holographic universe. An holographic universe of a virtual kind where we are spectator looking at the screen, a show or a movie where we are filmmakers, direction and spectators at the same time. Simultaneously is not only bound to say this and prove it with rigorous mathematical formulas but also other physics nowadays.